When we shut down last March, our biggest concern, of course, was what was that going to mean for our clients? How are we going to continue to meet them where they needed us? COVID initially really meant fear, confusion for all of us, but particularly for our clients who are women living in poverty, mostly women of color, and mostly women trying to raise children.
Our clients are resilient, they're resourceful, they're survivors, and this past year has really tested them. Her justice attorneys have collectively decades of experience and expertise and have been steadfast through this crisis.
We have what we call a pro bono first model. We take advantage of the fact that there are so many lawyers in New York City, and we train them and mentor them, and it really shifts their power to our clients to represent women living in poverty who have issues in the areas of family, divorce, and immigration law.
I think that having an attorney makes all the difference in the world. It takes the anxiety out of the process for the client. But more than that, the volunteer attorney brings the legal experience and knowledge to the case. It's very rare to kind of so clearly and quickly see the impact that you're having on a client, but I very much feel that with my Her Justice cases.
One of the most impactful experiences for me was being able to represent a client from Bolivia in a divorce action, and I was actually born and raised in Bolivia. It meant so much to her to have someone that not only speaks the same language, but that also has that same common background. So we both walked away from that experience feeling good, feeling empowered.
My lawyer in Her Justice, she changed my life. I feel free right now to make my dreams come true, my life better, not just for me, for my daughters.
My marriage was built on deceit, and it escalated from verbal abuse to physical. Without Her Justice, my life would be totally different.
If it's not for justice, I don't know what my life will be.
I've been working with Rosa for a few years. She had a drug conviction, and it was related to the abuse that she had suffered from her husband and from her early life. Because the immigration system is so punitive, if you have any kind of drug conviction, you basically are barred from getting lawful status in the United States. We applied for a governor's pardon for Rosa. On Christmas Eve morning, I got a call from the governor's office saying that the pardon had been granted.
The pardon means for me like a new beginning. It's like somebody pick you up, somebody give you hands, and then you're gonna start to walk again in your own. As a mother, as a grandmother, I just changed my life.
Legal systems are critical, particularly in times of crises, for societies to be able to rely on for their essential and basic needs. After 28 years and litigating tens of thousands of cases, we've learned where the systemic barriers lie.
At Her Justice, we believe we need a system that works for everyone. If it works for the most marginalized, the most underrepresented people, it will by definition work for everyone.
Everybody wants to come to New York City. It's the place where dreams come true. And the true measure of a city is how we take care of those most at risk. And by helping women living in poverty, we're stabilizing communities. And by doing that, we help the city thrive.
Women are the backbone in so many respects of our communities. So providing that stability and that comfort and that representation has empowered our clients to go on and be able to handle the other aspects of their lives, being empowered to get better jobs, to advocate for their children at schools, being better parents.
I think New York City could potentially be a very lonely place without Her Justice. What Her Justice does and brings to the city is a sense of community and that people care.